In marriage, do we really listen to each other? Do we really listen to our spouse the way they want us to listen to them? Is your spouse listening to you? Is she hearing you? Does she understand you? Does she understand what you need? I think because life has become so busy and we're doing so much and we're doing too many things. The day is just compressed into 24 hours that you don't even see and comes and goes. We don't really spend time sitting down and hearing each other out. The mind is a very wonderful thing, and people are going through so many different things in their respective marriages, but I think one thing that I found very helpful is having an outlet. We need to listen to each other. We need to, even if it's just for the sake of listening, not necessarily to come in and solve something, but just to listen to each other. Listen to your husband, listen to your wife, listen to each other's feelings, each other's thoughts, and each other's ideas, because it is in this bond that you create in listening to each other that you start becoming closer, that you start seeing that, I have somebody who I can make a confidant in my thoughts, in my innermost thoughts, in my vulnerable thoughts. Because when you suppress these things and you don't really speak about these things to anyone, a lot of the time you start building resentment, you start building frustration, you start getting angry about different situations, and it's painful because you just have somebody right next to you. You have your wife, you have your husband, and all you need to do is just open your mouth and speak. And I think listening is a skill that we all need to learn, because listening, when we were learning about communication, there's something called active listening. Active listening means you are engaged in the conversation. You are really listening and hearing what the person is saying. You understand exactly what they are trying to say, and where you're not sure, you're asking questions. Oh, do you mean this? Or do you mean that? And there is an understanding. And one of the mistakes I used to make is that sometimes I'll be listening to try and solve something, or sometimes I'll be listening to try and find something to say, so that doesn't really help matters. It just makes everything difficult, because I didn't know that sometimes women just want you to listen to what they have to say, as opposed to you coming up with a solution for what they're saying or what they're talking about. So as husband and wife, let's listen to each other. Let's spend time hearing each other out, because it does go a great deal and a great long way to just keeping the relationship and the marriage healthy and happy.